Hi, everyone. This is Leslie Law, your host and one of the producers of Sandbox Radio. Thanks for downloading the podcast. We're so glad you found us. This episode, A New Leaf, featured special guest and Sandbox Radio favorite Lisa Koch, T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, the return of music director Jose Juicy Gonzalez, and so much more. So sit back and relax as we take you into the world of Sandbox Radio Live. A New Leaf was recorded in front of a live audience at Town Hall, Seattle, on June 19th, 2017.
Sandbox Radio, we'll stay all day. In the backyard we'll play. Jump into our sandbox. We build castles and kings. Words become things. Sandbox Radio. Sandbox Radio. Sandbox Radio. Sandbox Radio. Good evening and welcome to Sandbox Radio! Coming to you live from Town Hall in the heart of downtown Rain City, Seattle. Coming up in this episode, the finale from Leonard Bernstein's masterpiece, Candide. Writing from Andrew Lee Creech, Vincent Delaney, T.S. Eliot, Lisa Halpern, Elisabeth Heffron, and Dr. Seuss! With musical guest, the one and only Lisa Koch. And all your favorite Sandbox Radio players. With the Sandbox Radio Orchestra, featuring the return of Sandbox Radio's original maestro and composer, Jose Juicy Gonzalez. Yes. So sit back and relax as we take you into the world of Sandbox Radio Live. Sandbox Radio.
Reverend Jones, you're wanted at the raffle tent. Reverend Jones, please report to the raffle tent.
This must be very exciting for you, Miss Parker. Your very first Tweesbury Church Bazaar and Jumble Sale.
Yes, Reverend.
I'll wager there's nothing like this in America.
No.
The Coconut Shy by Scott Augustson.
It's so good of you to volunteer to help us out. Ah, here's your station. You will be in charge of the Coconut Shy.
The what?
Why, Miss Parker, the Coconut Shy. The crown jewel of the Tweesbury Church Bazaar and Jumble Sale.
What is it?
A coconut shy. See, here, we take a stack of these coconuts and we make a stack of them here on the table. People pay a shilling for 3 of these bean bags. The bean bags are then tossed, underhanded of course, at the coconuts. The lucky soul who can knock them over so that they spill willy-nilly onto the ground wins. Huzzah! You see?
What do they win?
Oh, why, one of these charming little China dogs, of course. Oh, look at them. Hey, little corgis and terriers. Oh, and this very special little fellow, the ginger spaniel. Hello, pups.
Oh, those are nice. They look handmade. Where did you get them?
Oh, from St. Anne's. The idiot children make them.
The what?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to get a cup of Chib Swillig.
Chib Swillig?
Yes, a local drink. It's a sort of punch made from treacle and gin. Have fun!
Hello. You're the American girl, aren't you?
Yes, Julie Parker.
I'm Mrs. Coventry Kent.
Pleased to meet you.
Yes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just start setting up my coconuts.
The Reverend put me in charge here.
What? Put you in charge
Yes,
of the coconut shy?
yes.
The crown jewel of the Tweesbury Church Bazaar and Jumble Sale?
Yes.
But no, I'm afraid a dreadful error has occurred. It was supposed to be mine.
Well, the Reverend did tell me, but if there's been a mistake, I'll happily...
Mrs. Coventry Kent.
Oh, Mrs. Warfield Jones.
What's wrong? Why aren't you manning the coconut shy?
Oh, wait. This year, the vicar has assigned the American the job of watching over the coconut shy.
What? The crown jewel of the Tweesbury Church Bazaar and Jumble Sale in the hands of a Yank?
It appears so.
But the coconut shy should be yours this year.
Oh, you think I don't know that? Last year, I was in charge of the tea cozies. The year before that, I sold glasses of Chibswillig. The person who serves Chibswillig one year is in charge of the tea cozies the next. And then, if she has proven herself worthy, then she is awarded the coconut shy. It's tradition. It has been that way since the Boer War. Did I not do a good job of the cozies?
You did a bloody good job with the cozies last year. You solved that horrid gingham denim mix-up, and your quick thinking saved all of those rabbits from a nasty death.
Oh, that's good of you to say. But why would the Reverend give her the coconut shy?
Well, I don't like to speak ill about a man of God, but perhaps he fancies her.
But he's a married man.
They have a word for it. Adultery.
Oh.
But she's young enough to be his daughter.
Ah, men are swine.
Yes. She probably used her sophisticated American knowledge of complex sexual practices to ensnare him.
Yes, the temptress.
I'll bet she wore French knickers and took his John Thomas on a holiday up north.
Don't you mean south?
North.
Oh. Fiduciary.
Yes. Oh, today's youth. She has a little fun, she gets the vicar and the coconut shy, never thinking for a minute that she's undermining the very Church of England. Why, maybe next year, Tweesbury won't bother with a bazaar and jumble sale. We'll just open a bloody brothel.
Do you think she's the devil? Old Scratch himself. A demonic succubus sent to sully us all.
Oh, calm down, Edna. She's not the devil. She's a whore.
Excuse me. Are you two talking about me?
Mrs. Warfield Jones, is it me, or do all Americans look like Marriott Lincoln?
That is uncalled for.
Is it?
What have I done?
What have you done? You've snatched the coconut shy away from its rightful heir.
This is about the coconuts?
She did the cozies last year.
Cozies?
The tea cozies.
Uh-huh.
And before that, she slaved all day in the sun over a bowl of Chibswillig.
I don't understand.
Do you not know that the coconut shy is
The crown jewel of the Tweesbury Church Bazaar and Jumble Sale. Yes. But please.
Oh, here comes Lady Cardigan. She'll settle this.
Hello!
Whatever is the problem?
The problem is that the Reverend has given the coconut shy to the American.
The coconut shy? The crown jewel at the Tweesbury Church Bazaar and Jumble Sale?
Precisely.
But didn't you do the cozies last year?
Kind of you to remember.
Why would the Reverend do that?
Because she and he were playing hide the weasel in the wood.
What? I'll have him defrocked, I will.
She's a godless communist trying to undermine the Church of England and probably steal the money from the coconut shy.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you don't fool us, taffy legs.
Taffy legs?
It's something my brothers used to call me.
Look here. I am not going to...
Oh, look what you've done, you clumsy girl! You've broken a China dog, the basset hound, no less. Oh, don't you care that some idiot child probably spent hours on that dog?
I'm going now.
Hi-ya!
Ow! You threw a beanbag at me. Yes, I did. I threw a beanbag at you. This is what for England!
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
We went a little far, didn't we? Whatever are we going to do?
Just tuck her under the table. Here.
Excellent idea. Grab her foot.
Get her face.
Now grab the head and just shove it. Just shove it under there. Yes.
Well, Caroline, I think this means you're in charge.
In charge?
Of the coconut shy?
Yes, belongs to you.
I suppose it does. Doesn't it? Well, I just better hop to it then. Step right up, folks. 3 chances for only a shilling. Come on, it's all for a good cause. Take home a dog. Don't be shy. Get it? Shy? Coconut shy.
Dude, is there a problem?
Well, totally not. The opposite of a problem. I just can't believe you're here.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, you know, I love getting down and dirty in the Sandbox.
Yeah, but I heard you're playing with real dirt as one of the new owners of the reopened City People's Garden store on Madison.
Yeah! You heard it right. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Man, but let's be honest, you didn't just hear about it. Unless you have a twin brother, I've seen you there every day for the past month.
Caught me. I just can't stay away. Every day I wake up thinking about the amazing air plants you get in. The killer annuals. And don't get me started about the veggies and herbs. I just can't stay away.
That's totally awesome, dude.
Yeah, it is awesome. And I'm stoked that it's right here and in the exact same spot on Madison as it always was.
Hey, I'm stoked too, dude.
Yeah. Now that we're alone.
We're not exactly alone, dude.
All right. What I mean is now that you're not surrounded by a swarm of gardeners, you got any garden guru type advice for me?
You know it. What do you need?
Well, spring was so late last year. I haven't got all my stuff in the ground yet. Is it too late?
No way. It's never too late to create some glorious garden goodness.
You mean I can keep coming every day and you'll still be getting in all my faves?
Oh, yeah. Plus, I'm buying super special plants several times a week. I mean, even some you may not have even seen before. So if you check back frequently, that's the right move. That's how you'll get the best stuff.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Is the store open now?
Dude, it's almost bedtime.
I know, but I could get into night gardening.
We open at 9:30 tomorrow morning. See you then?
I'll be there with bells on. Well, not really bells. You know, it's an old-timey type saying that means I'm excited about getting back to the store.
Right on. Till then, you can dig this tune. Well, not really dig like in the garden. It's an old-timey type saying that means enjoy.
We are totally on the same page. That's a new-timey saying. It means
I know, dude, I know.
Mind if I sit in?
I thought you'd never ask.
City People's Garden Store in the Madison Valley. Back and better than ever.
Better than freaking ever!
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jose Juicy Gonzalez.
That was Thelonious Monk's 5-Spot Blues. Thank you.
Dave Marion on the trombone, Dave Pascal on the bass back there.
There are journeys that are taken to cleanse the soul or to get a break from the daily grind to places such as the beaches of California or Key West, Florida. But for some travelers, there is a journey embarked on 20 to 30 times in a row, paid for by their health insurance companies, where the landscape doesn't change, and the trip transforms not only their psyches, but their very lives. Join us now as writer Elisabeth Heffron and the Sandbox Radio Educational Division take you on a road trip of a lifetime, a dive in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Back in the 1930s, the U.S. military developed pressurized chambers as a means of combating the bends in their deep-sea divers.
Diver in emergency ascent. Prep the chamber.
Prep the chamber!
By the 1960s, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, or HBOT for short, was discovered to improve healing in a wide variety of medical conditions.
Amongst other things, there's slow-to-heal diabetic wounds, carbon monoxide poisoning, anaerobic infections of the blood and whatnot, sudden hearing loss, delayed radiation injuries, and that awful flesh-eating disease, what's it called? Oh, necrotizing fasciitis. That's a lot of stuff.
Thanks, fictional HBOT nurse. Just how does HBOT work miracles on such intractable conditions, one wonders? We asked Dr. Albert Skinich, a totally fabricated expert, whose information is surprisingly accurate.
Well, you see, narrator, the chamber is able to pressurize up to 3 or 4 times atmospheric pressure. This is akin to the pressure placed on a human being should they descend to 90 or 120 feet below the ocean surface.
Dive! Dive! Dive!
You combine that pressure with the delivery of 100% oxygen.
Tell him that's a heck of a lot of oxygen, Doc. We're normally
nurse,
breathing just 21% oxygen.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, so you see, that much oxygen under heavy pressure forces the body into angiogenesis.
Angiogenesis?
The birthing of brand new blood vessels.
Little suckers just spring right up like magic.
It's those new blood vessels bringing hemoglobin to the wounded area on the backs of red blood cells that promote healing.
Hemoglobin! Get your hemoglobin here!
Hi. Gee, thanks, red blood cell. You're like totes nifty.
Yeah, back at you, wound. Feel better soon, huh?
I'll do my best, with all your manly help.
Oh, no touchy.
We're in luck, road trippers. Today, we dive into this unique scientific adventure ourselves. Our journey begins at the Center for Hyperbaric Medicine, located on the sloping hills of Seneca Street near downtown Seattle. The center is tucked inside the 4th floor wing of a major metropolitan hospital with the initials VM.
Oh, heck, it's Virginia Mason. Not like it's some big secret. They've got the only multi-place hyperbaric chamber in 5 states. The thing's like the size of an aircraft fuselage.
The mammoth chamber is parked like a beached whale on the polished linoleum floor. With its foot-thick steel walls and rounded submarine shape, complete with portholes, one feels the urge to whistle that Beatles tune. Yes, that's it. Just outside the chamber sits the control panel, a display of dials and screens which would look at home in any nuclear power plant. Here, we meet our fictional control technician, Tamara.
Actually, it's Tamara, like you're saying tomorrow with the Scarlett O'Hara or someone else accent.
Oh, all right. Tamara is in constant communication with the inside chamber attendant and controls both the rate of descending and ascending pressures as well as the flow of gases into the chamber.
So don't you mess with Tamara today.
Control, Chamber pre-check is complete. We're ready for passengers.
Roger that.
Before we can enter through the human hatch and descend or travel, the naval term still used to describe this medical process, we're required to remove all articles of clothing and change into special 100% cotton scrubs and socks.
Whoa, Mr. Narrator, hold on there. You gotta do that in an appropriate changing area.
Oh, my bad.
All right, let's go over the nose. No wool or polyester clothing allowed in the chamber at any time, ever. Also, no jewelry. And make sure you've wiped any lotion or stray bits of makeup or sunscreen or whatnot off your face and body. And don't even think about taking any thin newspapers through the hatch.
Such unusual precautions are necessary to keep the chamber's occupants safe. Any small static charge, given the effects of 100% oxygen under pressure, could cause a spark, which could lead to fire and ultimately...
Let's just say you don't want to blow up half of First Hill.
Once in appropriate travel wear, you are fitted for your neck ring around rubber seal that locks your specialized oxygen hood in place.
There. You look like a poor man's Matt Damon in that Mars movie.
Wearing the oxygen hood, a clear plastic helmet akin to an especially thick dry cleaning bag, you await the final countdown as the hatch is secured and latched.
You're the narrator?
Why, yes, I am.
I'm Sam, the made-up registered nurse who will be traveling with you today.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Look, you can keep the hood off until we reach cruising depth.
Oh, thanks for the tip, Sam. A little overeager.
Dive commencing.
Okay, folks, we're traveling.
Sitting in a medical lounge chair, as the air is pressurized, one begins to sweat from the fascinating physiological heat given off in this exchange.
Everybody's ears okay?
Yeah, my ears are fine. It will take 10 to 15 minutes to get down to our ultimate depth. So let's turn our attention to the other 4 passengers making the dive with me today.
I'm Vernon.
Speak directly into the microphone, sir.
Sorry. I'm Vernon. Diabetic from the Tri-Cities. Man, a few words. Had my foot amputated 2 weeks ago. Oozing like a son of a bitch. Also, I race horses.
And next to you is...
My name's Lacey. I'm a mother of 3 teenagers. I live in Bothell. Divorced, I guess. I had radiation on my thyroid like 6 years ago. Anyway, now there's an issue with my jaw due to the radiation. It's a little scary.
How many dives is this for you?
This is my 11th, I think. I'm here for 40. I like these dives. You get 2 hours to yourself. No kids texting you. No insurance companies calling. About the only me time I get.
Not me. I bring my work in. Spencer, commercial real estate. Business is booming. I go straight to my offices right after this is over. In and out. Done. I'm on dive 29 of 30. Tomorrow, I ring the bell. On your last dive, you get to ring the bell. Everybody at the office wants to know why I've got to do this. I just say, it's a heart deal. Have some issues with my heart. All you need to know.
And our last traveler.
Barb from Idaho, retired librarian and organic gardener. They don't have anything like this hyperbaric chamber in Idaho, so I'm staying in a motel nearby. I don't mind the dives. There's all these people you get to talk to. It's just going back alone to the hotel that's hard for me. I've got this bone infection that won't go away. Hopefully, this is helping.
Chamber, you've reached cruising depth.
Roger that. Okay, folks. Time to put on those hoods.
Initiating oxygen flow.
Hey, narrator guy. Guess your radio show's got to stop for a while. Hard to talk while in the hood. Also, your microphone and sound equipment's totally verboten down here.
Excellent point, Sam. That's why I work in radio, where we can change time and space and ignore almost all the rules.
Suit yourself.
Look, could I say something?
Be my guest.
In the chamber, you stay away from politics, strange bedfellows and all that. There are people you travel with from 5 states, rural and city, from conservative to those Seattle nudists. You bring up the current surface shenanigans in a pressurized environment, and things can get dicey.
Oh, sometimes the sessions are so much fun.
When no one's in pain.
And somebody tells a funny story about a cow farting.
Oh, yeah. Who was that guy?
Ignacio.
Oh,
with the sudden
yeah.
hearing loss.
Sometimes it's just really quiet down here, especially when you see someone struggling.
Huh. Where's Abe? Anybody seen him recently?
He had like 10 more dives or something.
Talked to him on Monday. He said he wasn't making much progress.
So he just quit?
I think so. I think he went back to Alaska.
Well, shit.
I was going to bring him some root vegetables.
As our travelers breathe in the warmth of the hissing chamber, one can almost hear their hope for those oxygen-deprived parts of their bodies to begin to wake up, to regenerate, and start to work their magic.
Hemoglobin. Get your hemoglobin here.
The beneficial effects of 30 hyperbaric dives on the human body can last for up to 5 years. Do we emerge from this trip wiser? Or do we surface and continue the day unchanged, ignoring the delicate balance that exists at all times, but like a hawk sometimes swoops close enough to certain people they feel the cool brush of life's tenuous promise? This, my friend, is up to the traveler.
Chamber, you've reached max time. Initiating ascent to surface pressure.
Roger that, and out. Hood's off, folks. We're heading up.
You know what? I'm ringing that bell today. For Abe.
For Abe.
Surfacing complete.
Hey, it was nice riding with you, folks. Bye. Mr. Narrator, hope you got something good for your radio show.
It's all in the editing, Sam. Well, road trippers, we're back where we started with a few more blood vessels and a bit of insight about that workhorse of regeneration, the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Join us next time as we all-terrain it to the islets of Langerhans and explore the mysteries of the pancreas. For Abe!
At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing, excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say,
If you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away.
What was the Lorax?
And why is it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows?
Yeah, why?
The old Onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows.
Oh, wow.
On special dank midnights in August he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps,
Yay!
if you're willing to pay.
Oh.
On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail.
What's it say?
I will call you by whisper-ma-phone.
For the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Whoa.
Down slups the whisper-ma-phone to your ear, and the old onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose.
Now I'll tell you,
he says with his teeth sounding gray,
how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back.
Way back in the days when the grass was still green and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean and the song of the swarmy swans rang out in space. One morning, I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees. The truffula trees. The bright-colored tufts of the truffula trees. Mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees, I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. From the rickless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. Hurrah! Timber! And with great skillful skill, and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft, and I knitted a thneed. The instant I'd finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I'd chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy.
Mister!
He said with a sawdusty sneeze.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs.
He was very upset as he shouted and puffed.
What's that thing you've made out of my truffula tuft?
Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed's a find something that all people need. It's a shirt. It's a sock. It's a glove. It's a hat. But it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats.
Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that fool Thneed.
But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the Thneed I had knitted was great.
Ooh, I'll happily buy it for $3.98.
You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy.
I repeat, I speak for the trees.
I tell you, I'm busy. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Wutzler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch, turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Wutzler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting needs and just as busy as bees to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Then, oh baby, oh how my business did grow. Now, chopping one tree at a time was too slow, so I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffula trees at one smacker.
I am the Lorax, who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. I am also in charge of these brown barbaloots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round. And my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may.
I truly felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies in tummies, you know. Now I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffula trees into thneeds, which everyone needs. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall. The very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more thneeds, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye.
Bye! Catch you later!
They jumped into my cars drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now, all that was left, neath the bad-smelling sky, was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, backward glance. as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he heisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word: unless.
That was long, long ago. But each day since that day I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, little children, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So, catch!
He let something fall.
It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all.
You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back.
You've been a fool, and so have I, but come and be my wife, and let us try before we die to make some sense of life. We're neither pure nor wise nor good. We'll do the best we know. We'll build our house and chop our wood and make our garden grow and make our garden grow.
I thought the word was sugar cake, for so our master said. But now I'll teach my hands to bake our loaf of daily bread. We're neither pure nor wise nor good. We'll do the best we know. We'll build our
This is Sandbox Radio. Subscribe to the podcast in iTunes and Stitcher, and take a moment to post a review, won't you? Believe it or not, those ratings and reviews are vital to help raise the profile of the show and help other people find us. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and get on our mailing list at sandboxradio.org to receive the latest news on our upcoming live shows, special guest reveals, and online content releases. Now back to the second half of the show, with T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, featuring producer Richard Ziman, and later, the one and only Lisa Koch. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot.
Let us go then, you and I. When the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient etherized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights, in one-night cheap hotels and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells. Streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent that lead us to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. In the room, the women come and go. Talking of Michelangelo. The yellow fog that rubs its back upon the window panes. The yellow smoke that rubs its muzzle on the window panes. Licked its tongue into the corners of the evening. Lingered upon the pools that stand in drains, let fall upon its back the soot that falls from chimneys, slipped by the terrace, made a sudden leap, and seeing that it was a soft October night, curled once about the house and fell asleep. And indeed, there will be time for the yellow smoke that slides along the street, rubbing its back upon the window panes. There will be time. There will be time to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. There will be time to murder and create, and time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. Time for you and time for me, and time yet for 100 indecisions, and for 100 visions and revisions before the taking of the toast and tea. In the room, the women come and go. Talking of Michelangelo. And indeed, there will be time to wonder, do I dare? And do I dare? Time to turn back and descend the stair with a bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say,
how his hair is growing thin.
My morning coat, my collar mounting firmly to the chin, my necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say,
but how his arms and legs are thin.
Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute, there is time for decisions and revisions, which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already. Known them all. Have known the evenings, mornings, afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with a dying fall beneath the music from a farther room. So how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase. And when I am formulated, sprawling on a pin, when I am pinned and wriggling on the wall, then how should I begin to spit out all the butt ends of my days and ways? And how should I presume? And I have known the arms already, known them all. Arms that are braceleted and white and bare, but in the lamplight downed with light brown hair. Is it perfume from a dress that makes me so digress? Arms that lie along a table or wrap about a shawl. And should I then presume? And how should I begin? Shall I say, I have gone at dusk through narrow streets and watched the smoke that rises from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves leaning out of windows? I should have been a pair of ragged claws, scuttling across the floors of silent seas. And in the afternoon, the evening sleeps so peacefully, smoothed by long fingers, asleep, tired, or it malingers, stretched on the floor here beside you and me. Should I, after tea and cakes and ices, have the strength to force the moment to its crisis? But though I have wept and fasted, wept and prayed, though I have seen my head grown slightly bald, brought in upon a platter, I am no prophet, and here's no great matter. I have seen the moment of my greatness flicker, and I have seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker. And in short, I was afraid. And would it have been worth it after all, after the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among the porcelain, among some talk of you and me? Would it have been worthwhile to have bitten off the matter with a smile? To have squeezed the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question, to say, I am Lazarus, come from the dead, come back to tell you, I shall tell you all. If one, settling a pillow by her head, should say,
That is not what I meant at all. That is not it at all.
And would it have been worth it after all? Would it have been worthwhile after the sunsets and the dooryards and the sprinkled streets, after the novels, the teacups, after the skirts that trail along the floor, and this and so much more? It is impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern threw the nerves in patterns on a screen. Would it have been worthwhile if one, settling a pillow or throwing off a shawl and turning towards the window, should say,
That is not it at all. That is not what I meant at all.
No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be. Am an attendant lord, one that will do to swell a progress, start a scene or two, advise the prince, no doubt an easy tool, deferential, glad to be of use, politic, cautious and meticulous, full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse, at times indeed almost ridiculous, at times almost the fool. I grow old. I grow old. I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Shall I part my hair behind? Do I dare to eat a peach? I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk along the beach. I have heard the mermaids singing each to each. I do not think that they will sing to me. I have seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing the white hair of the waves blown back when the wind blows the water white and black. We have lingered in the chambers of the sea, by sea girls wreathed with seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us and we drown.
Richard Ziman, everybody.
You have arrived.
Here we are. And first in line. 10:50 a.m. Great. Oh, this place is beautiful. The handrails, the terracotta. Oh.
Open House by Andrew Lee Creech.
Other than the bedraggled vagabond napping on the stairs, this apartment has everything I'd hoped for. It's just lovely. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey! Could you struggle for air a little softer, please? You're quite loud. Thank you. Now then, let's see. Application, both pages. Check. References? Well, I won't be needing those, but check. Bank statements? Check. Okay, landlord's name is Len. Okay. Come on, 11 a.m.
You have arrived.
Yes, we're here! I know, sweetie. Yes, I'm early too. It's not even 11 yet. I can finish my coffee. I can. Ew.
Is she here for the apartment? Oh, God, this is a disaster.
Oh, God. He's leering at me. It is too early in the morning for this crap. Just ignore him. Think about the apartment.
All right, Jim, take it easy. Just find out what you can. Just be cool. Cute.
Sorry?
The dog. Cute dog.
Oh, thanks.
What's his name?
Her name is Puff Puff.
Cute name. Hey, Puff Puff. Oh, Jesus. I'm Jim, by the way. I had a dog once. His name was...
Wow.
Slovenly, right? I mean, you'd think the city'd do something with these people. I tell you, after I move in, I'm going straight to Len with this. I don't even leave dirty laundry on the floor, let alone dirty humans. 10:53, no one else in sight. Perfect. Oh, who's that parking? Oh, crap, they're getting out. Do you know them?
If it's not Len, I don't care.
Oh, God, they're here for the place. Terrific. This is my worst nightmare. Wait, they turned the corner. Yes. Keep on walking, buddy. For a second there, I thought, Wait, you know Len?
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. You're his girlfriend, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, whew. I tell you, that is a relief. I'm checking out an apartment in this building today, and I'm supposed to meet him at 11. Well, he's holding an open house, and usually the first one in the door gets the place, so I had to get here early. You probably didn't notice, but that's why I was acting so strange earlier. I actually thought you might have been trying to take the place from me. It's silly to think about how anxious I was, especially considering I'm the only one who bothered to show up. Crazy. Anyways, so how do you know Len?
I'm here for the open house.
Oh. This building?
Yeah.
For apartment 209?
Yep.
Did you fill out the paperwork too?
In my bag.
Well, these things, it's tough, you know. There are so many factors involved. You just never know how it's gonna go.
I'm not worried.
Oh, psh, me neither. Are you sure it's this building? Len is a popular name. It could be the building down the block you're talking about. You should go check it out just to be sure.
No, it's this one. I've had my eye on this place for a while now. I've tried to apply twice before, but always found out just as it was pulled off the market. Not this time. Isn't that right, Puff Puff? We're going to have a fab new home. Yes, yes!
Oh, well, third time's a charm. Oh, you know what? I think the website says no pets allowed. Darn, that really sucks. Puff Puff is so cute. Darn.
I triple checked before I came. Puff Puff is welcomed.
Oh, good. I must have misread. That's good. Good for Puff Puff. Still.
Look, Squirrely Man, I know what you're trying to do, and it won't work. Your crazy anxiety is really bringing me down. Your voice is giving me a migraine, and honestly, how do I put this nicely? I just really don't want to talk to you. So go back over there and play with your crappy little briefcase and leave me alone, okay?
That place is mine.
I've been waiting for 2 years to get into this building. It's got rooftop pool and 24-hour gym access. It's basically like a resort in Cabo, but in the city. So I'm just going to say this simply. Sorry, not sorry, but I'm getting this apartment.
You have arrived.
10:55. I made it. Woo! Oh, sorry. The 8, y'all. Never ride the 8 if you're trying to be somewhere on top.
I drive Prius because I care.
Y'all here for the open house?
Yes.
Yes.
Len?
It's a nice building, ain't it? You saw the pictures on Craigslist. So swanky. Nice enough that Mel Gibson could have lived there, you know? Pre-racist Mel, though. Guess we know why Mad Max was so mad, huh?
Yeah.
'Cause he's racist.
We get it.
Are you Len?
Hey, cute dog. I mean, not as cute as her owner, but still cute.
Thank you.
What's her name?
Puff Puff. Pet her.
Aw, hey, Puff Puff.
Oh, she likes you.
Come here, Puff Puff. I hate this dog.
I'm Mia. It makes sense Puff Puff likes you. She's drawn to people with great energy and a flashy smile.
Okay, can we?
Yeah, of course. So, it's almost 11. I gotta run upstairs really quick, but why don't y'all meet me at the Denny's down on Wilson? We can grab brunch and talk about the place.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sure. Wait a second. This is supposed to be an open house. You're not Len.
Oh, you got me. I'm Cam. Look, my spot's got mold and roaches, and not the fun kind. I can't stay there anymore. But this place, It's got to be like heaven on that balcony. I gotta have it.
You son of a bear.
Wait. I just got a text from Len. Oh, no. He said he can't make the open house and to come back another time.
Serious?
Yep. Or apply online in a few days, he said.
This just happened?
Yeah, like just now.
Oh, I just got one too.
I didn't get anything.
He uses Slack, but yeah, you should go home and apply like tomorrow.
So there's no open house happening?
Nope.
Okay. So we should all probably just go then, huh?
Yeah.
Agreed. Guess I'll go this way then.
And I'll go this way.
Bus stop's over here.
Give me that! You get out of my way!
I'm getting this apartment!
Do you even have renter's insurance?
I knew it! Y'all's messed up!
You tried to trick us first. I'm gonna enjoy my new apartment.
You'll never get that place, Poindexter.
My rental history is immaculate. Keep drinking your crappuccino.
It's a pumpkin spice latte, and it's delicious.
Len'll never give you that place. Everything about you is fake. That's not even a real dog. Give me that bag.
Oh my God,
Sorry, but I'm gonna be the first one in that building.
That's rich. Even if you were, did you fill out the paperwork?
Paperwork?
Yes, paperwork. The application, references. They don't just let anyone in, you know.
Meaning what?
Can you even afford it?
'Cause I'm black, I don't pay bills? Do you want to go racial? We could go racial. You really want to take it there, Mel?
Puff Puff ate my paperwork!
Now who's coming out on top? Let's see. Who's got paperwork? You don't have paperwork. And you don't have paperwork. But... what's this? It looks like I have paperwork. The apartment is mine, all mine.
This apartment's mine!
I'll kill you!
Hate crime! Hate crime!
You threw my dog!
Yeah. 11 o'clock. Hey, you bums! This is a place of residence. Take that crap elsewhere before I call the cops! Hey, thanks for coming down.
Oh, of course. Here's my paperwork.
Uh-huh. Fantastic. Come on in.
Wow, it's beautiful place.
Well, ain't that a...
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Jose Juicy Gonzalez.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow. So you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. It's only a day away. Tomorrow.
For times like this, you need to hang on to tomorrow.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen. You're listening to Sandbox Radio.
Hey, Eddie. Is it okay that I call you Boo?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't want to be all culturally appropriating.
Okay. Thanks for asking, but you can call me Boo.
Can I get dreadlocks?
No.
Can I grow my hair out in an afro? My hair would do that.
No.
Can I twerk?
I'd like to see you try.
How about a man bun?
A man bun would get you kicked out of my bed, mister.
Good to know. I won't fight you on a man bun.
Eddie and Drew in Bed by Scott Augustson.
Speaking of fights, What do you think our first fight's gonna be about?
Oh. Huh. We haven't had one yet, have we?
I thought it might happen when I made you watch Pootie Tang.
I'm only embarrassed that I had been ignorant of such a fine film.
Mm-hmm. It is a classic of Black American cinema.
Did I tell you that it was really fun to watch Get Out with you and then lean over during the credits and whisper, "Hey, baby, you want to go with me to visit my dad in South Carolina?"
I'm glad I was there for you.
You let me know if I'm joking around and I go too far, right?
You'll be the first to know.
Because I want to respect and appreciate your
My fine mulatto booty.
Your experiences and your life.
You are being so nice. Gets me thinking, if I were going to steal someone's body and put my brain into it, this is how I would behave.
Oh, I think I know what our first fight's going to be about.
You putting your brain in my head?
No.
The fact that I don't like dogs, but your life goal is to pet every dog in the world?
Not every dog.
Okay. Who am I? Oh, look at you, Fussface. Are you having a good walk today? Are you sniffling lots of trees? Oh, you are a good dog. Such a good dog.
I would like to find a way to convince you that every dog in the world is not going for your throat.
Doesn't have to be all of them, just takes one.
It is now my mission to find a dog so adorable that even you can't resist.
Good luck with that. Alexa, play Jose Juicy Gonzalez Trio.
Shuffling Songs by the Jose Juicy Gonzalez Trio on iHeartRadio.
You were saying? Our first fight.
Right.
Oh, let me guess. You're gonna come over for dinner, and I'll be like, "Hey, sexy boyfriend, I made you a delicious plate of chicken strips and tater tots, because I know my man loves the snack." And you'll be all, "Shut up, I heard what happened. Everybody's talking." And I'll be like, "What?" And you'll be, "I heard that on the way home from work, you got a handy on the bus number 8.
Oh, yeah. Because that does happen a lot on the 8.
Right? That is a nasty-ass bus, especially at rush hour. Amazonians, yuck.
But I'd probably only be upset if you didn't have pictures to show me. Ooh, or video.
Oh, so, speaking of buses.
True story.
True enough. So, I was on a bus with Leon. You met him.
With the hair?
Yes. Leon and I were on the bus with my nephew Justin, who at the time was 3. He's now 15 and an asshole.
Like many teens.
So, Justin is my nephew on my mom's side. So, curly blonde hair, big head, and he's all...
Knock, knock.
Who's
there?
Penis, penis.
Eddie,
Yes, Leon?
you are a black guy. I'm Filipino, and we have a little white boy screaming penis. If we're going to get off this bus alive, you have to get him to stop.
Penis. Ha, penis. Ha.
That's what I want a video of.
Didn't have the iPhones back then.
That reminds me. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Penis.
Never gets old.
But, back to what we were talking about. Palm Springs.
Excuse me?
That's what our first fight's gonna be about.
Why would anyone fight about Palm Springs?
Exactly.
Okay. Rewind and go.
You said that you and your friends...
I have a lot of friends.
Well, I'm talking about the friends we went to Lacey with for the weekend.
You didn't like them?
I love them. Well, except for the kale salad. But you said you and this group had gone to Palm Springs a couple of times and might go again?
I think the plan is September.
I don't want to go to Palm Springs.
Have you been there?
No.
Then why are you so against it?
When I think of Palm Springs, I think of high-end retail, like $1,000 purses and chic, but aggressively bland resorts and cafes with vegan cheese. Swimming pools and day spas where they put hot rocks up your butt. Cocktails in big glasses and leathery homosexuals.
Most of the people we would go with are not homosexual and not leathery. Wait, did you mean leathery like leather clamps and slings and nipple clamps?
No, leathery like human skin left too long in the sun.
It's really fun. We'd rent a condo with a pool and eat and drink by the pool.
See, that sounds boring.
What?
I just think that if you're gonna go someplace hot, there should be something more. Like a beach. Or monkeys.
Monkeys?
Before you say it, yes, unlike dogs, monkeys really will go for your throat. But on the plus side, they are monkeys.
Should this fight over Palm Springs, which, side note, I am so right about and you are so wrong, should this fight be private or a big screaming, throwing things kind of thing in a restaurant? Because I could get us a table at La Spiga. They know me there.
Damn! My instinct says the big public thing, but we're still angling to be a power couple.
Hashtag power couple.
And this is still Seattle. I'm thinking they would rather acknowledge the existence of racial tension than actually see it while they're getting a slice of gluten-free pizza. There are things I keep a little private. I don't need a Facebook-driven storm of outrage.
What? Alexa, stop. What do you keep private?
Well, for example, I don't tell everyone what our nickname is for my penis.
You don't tell folks we call it white privilege?
These are troubled times. Not sure people are ready for it. Much like the bus riders might not have been ready for Justin's knock-knock joke.
Penis.
How about Spain?
Spain?
Instead of Palm Springs, let's go to Spain.
No monkeys anywhere near Spain.
Actually, what is the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula? Or Penis-ula, if you prefer.
Gibraltar.
Yes.
Guess what?
Barbary apes. Monkeys in Spain? Google it.
The Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay.
Get your phone and Google Barbary apes.
That right there is the problem with you white men. I'm trying to make sweet love to you, and you are giving me homework.
How you doing, Lisa Co?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, you're very welcome. You are welcome anytime, right? Come on. It's hard to catch you, though. You've been flitting around busily doing concerts and a CD release party for your brand new CD.
Yes, new CD. It's long overdue, but it's out, which is as am I. So I brought a few with me tonight in case you want to take them home with you. But, or you can take me home with you as well. Simple.
So, Lisa, what are you going to play for us tonight?
I'm going to play at least one song off the CD. This is the CD is called "Enjoy the Ride," and it's based on it was my dad Frank, my dear departed dad, gone 8 years now, and so this song is about feeling gratitude, living every day like it's your last, and not taking anything for granted. My weeds are wildflowers, long road is a journey, and a heavy load reminds me that I'm strong. A black sky's filled with stars, and a moon to shine a light, and the rain washes me clean, out in the storm. Life is sweeter than sugar, and sour as a lime, hard as a diamond, and softer than pride. And when you're knocked down, get back up with a smile, 'cause the pain will let you know that you're alive. Take your hands off the wheel, enjoy the ride. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today's a precious gift, don't waste your time. No regrets, take a chance, take a risk, make it happen. You know that it can all turn on a dime. Life is sweeter than sugar, sour as a lime, hard as a diamond, and softer than pride. And when you're knocked down, get back up with a smile, 'cause the pain lets you know that you're alive. Take your hands off the wheel, enjoy the ride. You never know how strong you are. To being strong is the only choice in store. And you never see the ocean ahead until you lose sight of the shore. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today's a precious gift, so take my hand. No regrets, take a chance, take a risk, make it happen. We'll ride this wave as long as we can. Life is sweeter than sugar, as sour as a lime, hard as a diamond, and softer than pride. And when you're knocked down, get back up with a smile, 'cause the pain lets you know that you're alive. Take your hands off the wheel, enjoy the ride. Thanks so much.
Lisa, I wish you could see Juicy's face while you're playing. I love watching him watch you. You got maybe a little encore for us?
I got a little one. We're going to go out with a little sing-along here. I think that would be a good thing to do, yeah? Take us out. So I wrote this, put this together right after the election in November. So basically this is about, for those of you who are feeling unsettled, for those of you who are feeling scared, for those of you who are feeling alone, look around. We are not alone. When the night has come, go ahead, band, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. They say every woman needs protection. Then you turn around, oh, you let them fall. Sing along. I swear I see my own reflection somewhere far beyond the wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. So I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out, what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath, get real high, and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? Come on, help me. And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, what's going on? Okay, audience, all you, here we go. And I said, what's going on? One more time. And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, what's going on? Are you gonna stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand? Stand by me.
Lisa Koch, everybody!
It's really been swell. It's really been great just to be with you on a Sandbox date. Oh, say it ain't true. Oh, say it ain't so. That the show is done and it's time to go. Well, that's our show for tonight. In tonight's episode, the Sandbox radio players were
Eric Ray Anderson,
Sarah Harlett,
Jason Marr,
Ray Tagavilla,
Imogen Love,
Mick Kuhlman,
Sean John Walsh,
Jay Reese,
Laura Kenny,
And Richard Ziman.
and I'm your host for Sandbox Radio, Leslie Law. Let's hear it for our soloists on Make Our Garden Grow, soprano Megan Chenovic and tenor Aaron Shanks. That was Beth Kirchhoff on the piano with conductor Bruce Monroe and the Sandbox Radio Chorale. Take a wave, everybody back there. We see you. And please give it up once again for the glorious Lisa Koch. And big props to our special guest on sound effects and one of our favorite people from Classic King FM, Marta Zekan.
And last but not least, the Sandbox Radio Orchestra, Dan Tierney on drums, Dave Pascal on the bass, Dave Marriott on trombone, and on the keys, our maestro and composer, Jose Juicy Gonzalez. Tonight's show was written by Scott Augustin, Andrew Lee Creech, Vincent Delaney, T.S. Eliot, Lisa Halpern, and also Elisabeth Heffron and Dr. Seuss.
We want to thank Town Hall for always hosting us so beautifully. Special thanks to Amanda and Dana, Shirley and Ashley, the marvelous Katie Sewell, we miss you, and most especially to our dear friend and champion, Ware Harmon! We love you! Our stage managers were Susie Butler, Lizzie Burton, Katie Pennella, and Teresa Micheletti, making it all happen. And the show was mixed by Luke Kehrwald and recorded by Brian Moynihan. So, E-Ray and John are going to bring out our lyric cards because now's the time in the show when we always love for you to sing along. I think you've picked up the tune. Ready? Here we go. It's really
recorded in front of a live audience at Town Hall Seattle on June 19, 2017, featuring original material by Scott Augustin, Andrew Lee Creech, Lisa Halpern and Elisabeth Heffron, and music by Jose Juicy Gonzalez. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss was adapted for this episode by yours truly. Make Our Garden Grow featured soprano Megan Chenovic, tenor Aaron Shanks, and the Sandbox Radio Chorale with Beth Kirchhoff on the piano and Bruce Monroe conducting. Visit sandboxradio.org for a complete list of performers and credits for this and prior episodes. This show was sound engineered by Luke Kehrwald, recorded by Brian Moynihan, and this podcast was mixed by Dave Pascal. Find out where you can catch more of Lisa Koch and how to buy her new CD, Enjoy the Ride, at heylisa.com. Dig deeper into the Sandbox and find the recording archive of all of our past episodes at sandboxradio.org. Take a moment to subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and never miss an episode. And don't forget to sign up to become a monthly patron at patreon.com. On behalf of all of us here at Sandbox Radio, thank you for listening.